ニューヨークマンハッタン、世界のビジネスの中心地に今不動産デベロッパーの若き帝王が誕生した。トランプタワー、プラザホテル、トランプパーク、グランドハイアットホテル、これら全てを持つのがこの男、ドナルド・トランプ。42歳で世界で最も大きな仕事を成したという男。成功のための信念は才能と幸運とやる気。
Watch yourself. Biggest show in Japan, right? Biggest show in Japan. Okay. See you later.
ここがフィフスアベニューで、有名なティファニーの店がありますね。でここの26階に彼のトランプオーガニゼーションの本社があるのね。
この68階建ての豪華ビル、ショッピングアーケード、オフィス、そして超高級マンション。スピルバーグ監督、イギリスチャールズ王子、ダイアナ妃はじめ世界の有名人たちが競って買い求めた。42歳のトランプ、総資産は50億ドル、6000億円を超えると言われ、まさに不動産の若き帝王。
Thank you very much for accepting our interview.
Thank you very much.
You said that you have achieved more than any other 42-year-old man in the world by reading your book. What advices would you give to young people who would like to achieve big things in life just like you did?
Yes, I said more than any 41-year-old man. Now, there's not a major difference, but there's a slight. The fact is, I think that, well, I've been very fortunate. Manhattan has been a tremendous place for success. Real estate in Manhattan, you have very, as you know, because so many people from Japan have come over and invested, and everybody's making a lot of money in Manhattan. Manhattan has been a phenomenal story, and I was fortunate enough that from a timing standpoint, I invested in Manhattan real estate. And I'm really happy about that because it's gone up very substantially, and it's been a great investment. I don't know, I think people to be successful, to really go out and be successful, they have to just strive, and they have to have a certain ability to start off with. But they need luck, they need ability, and they need a lot of determination. Well, that's one of the things I try and point out in the book, that not everybody has an ability to make deals. Not everybody has an ability to play tennis like Chris Evert or Martina. Not everybody has the ability to play golf like Jack Nicklaus. I mean, he was born with a great ability. He was born with this incredible ability to play golf better than other people. And he just can win when other people can't seem to win. And even his fellow competitors, he's a great, great champion. The same, and see, the beauty of athletics is it's something that you can see much more easily. With deal making, very few people are equipped to do that, just like in golf or just like in tennis or in other sports, very few people. And I think one of the things I try and point out in the book is that not everybody should do it. You can be very happy having a good, solid job and getting a check and working and being loyal to your company and to your country and everything else. You can be very happy doing that. That not everybody is equipped to do it. And I think that maybe I really stress that in the book, because I think certain people are born with an ability to do things. I obviously know how to make deals. Other people know how to play golf, or other people know how to do television interviews in your case. I mean, you know, people are born with certain abilities, and those abilities they can be honed, they can be perfected, they can be made better, but if you don't have it, you're not going to have it. You also need luck, because we can be the greatest deal makers in the world, but if the world is going to go down when we're buying, it's going to be tough making good deals. So you need a certain degree of luck. But you want to guard against, and one of the things I really focus on in the book is guarding against the downside. You want to make sure that if the worst happens, that you're still okay and that you're protected. So really, in a way, you want to almost think negatively, not positively. And, you know, I think that's why the book has been the bestseller in the United States for so many weeks. You know, it's people have found it and they look at it. But I really do point out the fact that not everybody should be doing what I do or what some of us do. Well, and maybe to an extent, but people are born with talents in certain things, and I very much believe in that. And I think that's been proven out over time.
トランプの資産はマンハッタンを超えてさらに拡大中だ。このフランス製ジェットヘリ、これもトランプのもの。ニュージャージー州アトランティックシティのカジノ兼ホテル、トランプキャッスル、トランププラザへのマンハッタン発直行便である。アトランティックシティにトランプキャッスル、トランププラザなど4軒のカジノとホテル。ドナルド・トランプは手に触れたもの全てを金の卵を産む鶏に変えてしまう魔術を持っているかのようだ。トランプはこう言っている。私は不動産という素晴らしいビジネスを与えられ、それに興奮、エキサイトメントを加えた。さらに興行、ギャンブルの要素を変えたと。この日トランプキャッスルではドナルド・トランプ42歳のバースデーパーティーが催された。トランプはアメリカ中の有名人たちから祝福を受けた。この1年、アメリカ中のテレビ、雑誌、新聞が彼を追いかけた。昨年10月の株の暴落、ブラックマンデーは、トランプが手持ち株を放出したことが一つのきっかけになったという説があるほどである。
How could you foresee that crash?
Well, I mean, I had a feeling that it was going to crash because, to a large extent, because Japan and various other nations have been beating up on the United States so badly, mentally, I mean, because they've really, again, they've taken advantage of the stupidity of our politicians, and Japan has been a big beneficiary, and I say that with great respect. I mean, Japan has really benefited by the stupidity of the politicians in the United States. And I watched what was happening, and a lot of the blood was drained out of the United States by various countries, not only Japan. I think Japan has been the smartest of all, but by various countries. And I just didn't feel very good about the way this country was being managed. This country is being managed very badly. So I did unload quite a bit of stock, and it was profitable. And by coincidence, a couple of weeks later, the world started crumbling down.
Yes,
and
terribly so.
But I think to a large extent, I saw the stupidity of our politicians, and I saw how they were being taken advantage of, and I just said, hey, this cannot go on.
Last year, you ran a series of newspaper ads criticizing the foreign policies of the Reagan administration. In your opinion, what should be the right relationship between U.S. and Japan?
Well, I think there's a great friendly relationship, but I think there should be, and there always should be, between Japan and the United States, because we have so many self-interests. I mean, as an example, Japan now is a major investor in the United States in terms of its people and its government. I mean, there's a major investment there. But I did criticize the Reagan administration, and I criticized basically administrations of previous years, because Japan has just totally outflanked our government. Japan has, I mean, we defend Japan for virtually nothing. Now, does that make sense? Here's Japan making billions and billions of dollars in profits and surplus. You know, it's a difficult situation. Japan has very brilliantly, and I say brilliantly with great respect, they have very brilliantly made the United States look very foolish. And that's only the question of political leaders. That's only the question of the stupidity of our policies. And Japan, for them to get free, as an example, the Persian Gulf. We get ships to go into the Persian Gulf and out of the Persian Gulf, which many of them go to Japan. As you know, you get much of your oil and fuel from the Persian Gulf. They come in, they go out. Japan doesn't pay anything, and yet we're paying all the freight. Why isn't Japan contributing to this? These are just basic questions. I admire Japan for not doing it. I mean, anybody that can talk our not so intelligent politicians into a policy where we take oil out to go to Japan to fuel Japan's factories so they can make cars to sell in the United States and beat the hell out of our companies, and they don't have to pay for that, I have to respect it. I say it with great
Are you being
admiration.
sarcastic?
No. I do. No, I mean, a lot of people have asked me, are you running for president? Are you this or that? I'm not. I love what I'm doing. I love building. I love the glamour of what I'm doing. I couldn't live I mean, I have more beautiful houses than anybody have. I mean, I live a style that I really have gotten used to and I like. I wouldn't want to do it. What I don't want to see happen, though, is let the stupidity of these politicians just give away the United States, because ultimately I'm going to have to pay for it, and so is everybody else. And by the way, so is Japan. Because if the United States, something negative would happen, Japan is going to be in just as big as trouble as the United States. So, you know, ultimately we have to keep things going. And you can't keep it going if it's going to be 100% one way. And that's what's happened. Because of our people's stupidity, that's what's happened. So I have no intention of running now. But if I see what goes on, continuing to go on, maybe someday, who knows, maybe I will.
ところでこんなに暑いのにみんなローラースケートやってますね。でも考えたよりねはるかにちっちゃいのね。それをさ大々的に PR するってのはやっぱりトランプの才能かな。まあ42歳でねこの世界一のね、都市であるニューヨークをさこれだけ変えてる男っていうかこれだけ話題を作ってる男ってやっぱりただものじゃないと。そうするとやっぱり将来もしかしたら大統領っていう線はあるかもしれないね。まあこの国はでもねカウボーイスターがね大統領になる国だから地上げが大統領になってもおかしくないね。